from Columbia. Do you think that with all the study, auditing, and word clearing in Scientology, there is a possibility that members can have different or incorrect interpretations of concepts such as thetans or the Xenu story or the dynamics? It seems to me that LRH did not fact-check himself and created a patch quilt of many different theories and called it Scientology, thus leaving many holes and ambiguities in his own writings. How does the Church of Scientology explain these lapses? Do members even notice? And if they do, how do they explain them? Or is the brainwashing machine so well oiled as to not permit margin of error or thought? Well, it was interesting because talking to John Atack in that podcast I referenced last week, we talked a little bit about how you do have to invest yourself in the material because Hubbard doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. There are certain things that he spells out very clearly. Let's not mistake that. There are some things in Scientology that are super clear. But when it comes to the theory, when it comes to the axioms, when it comes to the logics, when it comes to thetans, when it comes to answering questions about the nature of the universe, when it comes to all the space opera crap and our past, how old the planet is, science, physics, geography, geology, anything having to do with any of this stuff I'm talking about, Scientology's for the birds. They got nothing. And Hubbard was just making stuff up as he went, as you heard in when I quoted from him earlier in this episode. So, he just makes stuff up and he expects people to just believe him. And if there is a contradiction to what he says, you are told to find what word you didn't understand, or you have to dive into some encyclopedia and go down a series of articles and figure it out for yourself so that it does make sense. And Hubbard was telling the truth, even if what he said was in direct contradiction to everything that established science has said. Right? That is how Scientologists resolve this stuff. Is Hubbard is always the senior authority, and everything that he says has to make sense. If it contradicts everything else in the world, well, that's then they're all wrong, and Hubbard is right. But you do have to invest yourself in it, and I think you'll find if you interrogate Scientologists on their beliefs in detail, you will find quite a bit of difference in understandings and how people would talk about Scientology principles, because they're going to understand them differently because of everything I just said. So, yeah, there you go.